Hello, everyone. I have Pankaj Jain with me, who cleared PMP by September 30th. He is a person very sincere and very regular to all the programs. Could be of online classes, weekly test, and many times you'll have a doubt: is it good to go to exam? Am I ready for it? Even though scoring a highest score, he'll always have a doubt. He'll go for exam. So could he keep sharpening his skill regularly? He's so good on what is. So first thing, congratulations, Pankaj, for this achievement.
Thank you so much, Sriram. I think the credit goes to you. All although the hard work, consistency is required to crack this exam, but continuous support and motivation, mentorship, coaching is obviously required to crack this exam. That I learned.
Great. Yeah, we push a little bit, but again, it needs effort. You may know the sleepless nights what you had, right?
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah, we'll see this a smart picture. So I can I believe that this picture you clicked somewhere in the recent function.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
right. Okay, good picture of you. And let's go to the certificate. Pankaj Kumar Jain, September 30th, he cracked it. Really a good one. He's a manager in a regulatory affairs. So Pankaj, give a little background where you come from and why you think management knowledge is important.
Okay. So Sriram, basically I am from pharmaceutical domain, and since last 14 year I am in the drug development, the regulatory compliance, managing the development of the drug developmental projects, and in this role and currently I am based in Mumbai. And this PMP, when why it comes in my mind, like actually I didn't much have much awareness about this PMP certification, but one of the quote is very close to my heart, that is change before the change will change you. So I can
Oh,
say in that way,
uh-huh.
like keep you consistently upgraded, otherwise you will be obsolete in some day and someone else like uh, make you obsolete. So
True.
this is one of my like self upgradation part. So I was looking for executive MBA program, and I was about to join. Actually, I was main focus is the leadership development. So I was about to join one of the leadership development program by IIM,
Mm.
but coincidentally I got this pmi.org website on Google, and I went through the exam content outline, and I realized there are a lot of things related to leadership, people management, process, business, everything is covered in this certification. And then I went some YouTube video and I found yours also. Few
Oh,
success stories I found. Then went through your few tutorials, like in the playlist there were some tutorials I went through. Then
mm.
I got the Rahul's number. I went to your website. I got the Rahul number, and it was Saturday, and that was the first day of May batch.
Oh.
It's a coincidence. So I told Rahul that see this. So Rahul told me that sir, why can't you join this? Today is the first day of our May batch. So I
Mm,
said like I have already planned for few like weekends,
mm,
so I can't join. Just let me know when you are like opening
mm,
for the new batch, next batch. So he said, sir, there is no restriction here. You can attempt anytime, like any number of classes, batches. You can repeat this if you miss something. So I said, oh, that's a good deal. So
mm,
he shared me the the recording Saturday batch, like live link for
mm.
YouTube link. I attended. I started the Saturday session, but because of some urgent work, I left in between. Then next morning, I watched the recording. Then I again called to Rahul.
Mm.
So he said me like you can join. Then I enrolled the course and I joined from Sunday onwards. So that's how my PMP journey started. And one
Right.
more thing
See.
regarding this, like ShriLearning, when I can say once you join the ShriLearning, I think you are 50% PMP certified. Because the push, like we are getting every weekend mock discussion, every day morning when we open the WhatsApp, we receive the 10 questions. So it is keeping us awake, like guy, man, you are preparing for
Nice,
PMP.
nice. That's true. That's true.
And one more thing, I think some surprise video in the WhatsApp. from you. Mostly
Once in a while.
once in a while.
Right, that's true. That's true. Good. Nice to know, Pankaj, those good words from you. Now, your preparation was a good journey, and definitely a person looking for IIM, definitely look for a managerial. This subject is pretty vast and a lot of content. At the same time, good to read. So now, how do you plan your reading habits? How do you do that?
So Sriram, actually, initially before planning, like before discussion with you after joining, so I thought I first finish the PMBOK 6. Then I hear few success story, like everybody was saying that it's a dry book. Then I went ahead, but I also feel the same. So I discussed with you, and I started with the Rita 1037. And I found the Rita 10th is a quite I think very good book. I read the book cover to cover, page to page. Once one reading I did fully
Hmm.
Rita. Then I went for the chapter test because from the Rita. Then I PMBOK I referred only for few of the glossary and just to understand some terminology
Hmm.
and agile practice guide, which I read twice. After completion of the Rita book, I then started doing the mocks. Other than Rita, I also like went through your recording, class recording again, video
Hmm.
recording. I downloaded those recording. I went through again those recording, and I also downloaded the audio. So whenever I free, whenever I'm
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
on the move, so generally listening to those recording.
So
So
now, one question: when you listen the recording or session second time, do you see the way you observe would be a little more different? Because by the time you start reading the books, also,
yes,
how was
yes.
it when you do the second or third time? Are you able to get more content?
Yeah, of course, because the first, like what frankly I'm telling you in the class, there are sometimes there are lots of distraction, like somebody's continuously putting the messages are popping up. So this is sometimes something, it's a distraction. When we listen the recording second time, I think there are many things I found, oh, that also is, he was discussed during the session. So there something which is totally new, like I even can't remember this particular thing was discussed during the
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
So watching recording and listening audio, I think was very much helpful for me.
Nice, nice. Good to know. Good to know. So reading habit looks good, and I've seen you regular on the every week test, so you never
Yes,
miss it. All right. So
hardly I miss once, I think I'm remembering, but every
nice.
mock I
Good,
attempted.
good, good. You did that. And when you went to the exam, is it a center or online? How you planned it?
No, it is a center based. Actually, initial plan was to give the proctor base, my plan. But later I watched some success story. Then I realized why should I take the all the risk and headache by giving the
Mhm.
exam at home.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I went, then I contact Rahul then how to block the seat. So he guided me, and after that I see that whole September calendar is blocked. There is no slot available for Mumbai. So then I again called to Rahul. Rahul, what should I do? Like before in August, I also checked. So in August, there is only one seat was available, center base. So Rahul told me, so keep on watching again and again. And then one day I got 30th September, only one slot available. So I
Mhm.
immediately booked that slot. And
Mhm.
Rahul told me that if you are not comfortable, you can prepone and postpone out of the 30 days window.
Right.
But what happens, when 30 days came, I forgot totally. And after that, I see there are multiple slot available in the September month itself.
Oh man, look like a flight or movie ticket.
And I remember like in first week of September, you was keep on telling me why you are delaying, like you are ready, you just go and give the exam. Then I thought just what to do. Like I give the two study hall, two of your mock. Then I start with prepcast. So
Right.
well, I thought let's try with prepcast also. I have enough time. So totally, I have given 8 mocks.
Yeah, one
All
day you asked in the weekly test, what to do. I said, man, you're supposed to write exam 2 weeks back. Yes,
right.
you're still sitting here.
Right, and that period was quite challenging because once as you are telling you are ready, and this is something my mindset is also telling I am ready now. What to do? Reading again is quite a difficult task. So
Yeah.
keep me motivated. So I then decided I should never like skip any of your weekly mock, even though I am prepared whatever it is. So I attended every of your mock, even the agile one and this PMP one also.
Okay, okay, that's pretty good. I like that commitment what you had. So now went to the exam center. Was it smooth in Mumbai and the rules regulations? Was it comfortable?
Yes, yes, it was they are highly professional. I think they are very when I
Mm,
entered, they explained very well,
mm,
and they even told me like keep your mobile switch off mode. Even alarm should not be ring. So I again switch on my mobile. I even though I there was no alarm, but I ensure like there should not be any alarm. What she was telling, like we raise one case if the alarm start ringing. I don't know what case it is. So I again reopen the mobile and I make sure like alarm should not be there in the phone. And then they instructed very well. Like they took my photograph, then signature, check my ID proof,
mm.
and then that's it. Then they allow me to enter in the exam. And there was, I think, a very tight security check. Uh, it's a kind of frisking, like just rolled out your shoulders and everything. Then they give me entry in the hall.
Take your collars out, fold the sleeves. If
Yes,
you're
yes.
wearing specs, take out the specs.
Take out the specs,
All will
everything.
happen. All will happen. Good, nice. After this, you went to the exam. I think first 15 minutes, it plays a video of about how to do the exam, all the stuff,
Yes.
right?
And even they instruct me like keep your all eatables outside because you can't touch your bag once you put into the locker.
I remember one person by mistake kept his chocolate inside the locker. Now, what happened is in the break, he opened the locker to take the chocolate. Now, the invigilator came in and said that we are canceling your exam.
Oh,
And this guy got what?
government.
For chocolate eating, you cancel it. No, you open the locker. So you are not supposed to open the locker. You opened it, we are canceling. So he has to tell the sorry guys, I really don't know. I look at here, I'm just took the chocolate, nothing else. I'll just drop it and close it. Then somehow after a few minutes of discussion, somehow they checked out all the stuff, CCTV camera, then they allowed him. And the point here is they take it for thing that when you open the locker, you have some question answers there. You would have read it so that you can use it in the next coming session. That's how it is. Okay, fine.
Even PMI will make it open book exam. There is no use of referring the book at the time of exam. It's totally mindset exam. If until and
Right,
unless you are not clear on the concept, you can't crack this.
right,
There is
right.
no mugging up.
That's true. That's true. So, how do you plan the time management in the exam?
Yeah. Sriram, time management was quite challenging from the beginning itself because when I started like the chapter wise test, I was like okay with the time. There
Mm,
is good within the time I can finish the chapter wise test, 10 question test even. When I started mocking, giving the full mock, then the time management was the issue. Like I was lagging with sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. So then I decide a goal like as you suggested, like keep the 90, 70, 70 minute slot. So
mm,
what I did, I reduced the first 90 minute slot to 80 minutes. I set my goal for myself. I should finish within 80 minutes so that if by chance if I can able to finish the 70 minutes, then I have 10 minutes, and if there is something I can manage those time in next slot.
mm.
So during mock initial mock I didn't achieve this, but last later on I can start like I can achieve very easily by finishing sometime 85 minutes and sometime 80 minutes.
Mm, mm,
And during the exam I finished my first set within 79 minutes, second in 70, and again second set in 70. So I have 11 minute extra, actually 10 minute extra. one
mm.
minute the story is during the first break I went outside and I just sat outside till ninth minute, and I
Ah,
entered. And I was not sure, like they again I went
the
to again
check.
pass to the
Yeah.
security check.
Right.
So one and a half minute it was took they took for security check, and I was 1 minute late when I opened the window.
Okay. That was unexpected. Okay.
So in the next break, I make sure I should be there inside after the fifth minute. So I
See,
said like,
some center, what happened is a washroom area is inside. There's a security boundary. So if you utilize that washroom, they don't check you. When I went years back, the washroom was pretty away from the security boundary. So obviously, when you come back, they want to check again who you are. They'll ask you to signature again. Right. For me, it was I couldn't sign properly when I came in because it's pretty cold. The children will be very high in the center. So I was signing wrong. They said, no, sign again properly. Until you sign properly, they won't allow you inside. So these all happened. I believe the rule would have changed a little bit now, but still the security check is always there. You have to be a little careful.
Yeah. And even I brought one cotton jacket because I was aware like jacket is not allowed. So I just like thought just keep try. So I asked her lady, that lady on the reception. So she allowed me, like, since it's a cotton jacket, it is allowed, like it's a thin jacket. So, but it was like I didn't needed that because they adjusted the cooling accordingly. So I didn't face
It'll be
that much of
cold.
challenge.
See, what happens is in the exam, we'll get a little nervous. When you get nervous, the chillness will feel more high. You can feel it getting, you'll see a palm getting pure white color. What's happening?
Right.
It happens. So how is it? Do they throw a lot of questions, lengthy mathematics? How is it? What was your thought on that?
So, Sriram, in the final mock, I think there is only one question I found based on the calculation that is related to velocity. Nothing on the CPI, SPI. Only simple like understanding based question, no calculation question.
Right.
Even like if you remember, I discussed many times with you. I was making mistake in ITDO's questions. So
Okay.
and you are keep on telling me like there is no ITDO question. Still, I am asking you. Sriram, I'm making mistake in ITDO because in ShriLearning and somewhere like in the mocks, the ITDO question are still there, even in prepcast also.
Yeah.
So you are keep me telling like there is no ITDO question. Don't worry, but still, the worry like was not removed from my mind. But thankfully, there was no ITDO question, and and I can say like yeah, few things I realized there are few confusing but beginning from the mock, like difference between issue log and risk register. So these are some confusion, the team charter and the project charter, right? So I was making that kind of mistake in my mock itself. So I was aware like I should read those keywords very much carefully.
I understand. Got you. That's interesting. Good. So questions are not too much into the old way. It's all little trendy and latest stuff. Good. Very good.
Two-liner.
Very good.
And in every set, I got the match the following question. In first set, I got one, second two, and again third two match the following. But those are not lengthy one. Those are like one-liner or two-liner, straightforward.
Perfect. One thing, Pankaj, you can help. I have seen your chapter test and your preparation. Your scores are always a little higher. Okay. It's a big struggle for many of them. They can't go beyond 55, 60%. Struggle hard. What is your peak one, highest one?
My peak was, I think, 84. But in the few I received, like later on, when last days when I revising chapter, I got 90 also. But it was not it was not consistent. Sometime I got 90, another chapter test I got 70. So I just surprised what is happening.
Right. I know you will easily clear the exam a month before. Okay, but you are waiting when I'll book. So there is a one stage I keep telling you, Pankaj, enough. Please go ahead, write the exam. So now question is, the people listening to this video, you can give some input. What made you to get better results? Is there any way of reading the question? If you can give some idea to them.
Yeah, Sriram, one thing what I realized doing the, like I read the Rita once only. After that, I asked you, should I go through the Rita again second time? Because many people are reading twice. But when I start reading, I felt sleepy because it is quite difficult to read Rita again, that much of lengthy book. So you said me don't go and just like give the chapter wise mock and do the gap analysis. So what I did thoroughly, I did the gap analysis very thoroughly. I categorize my mistake, like this is silly mistake, this one is I missed the keyword, I didn't understood the question very well, sometime I did understood the grammar or language.
Right.
Like when I read the question while attempting, and when I revising, like when I doing the gap analysis, I realized, oh, that the thing is the question is asking. So I
Uh,
categorize those and I work on that. So that will help me a lot. And even when I make the mistake, for example, in Tuckman ladder, if I am making any mistake, so
mm,
I went through the Rita, I went through any resources, I just clear that particular concept at that time only. So I make sure like anything related to Tuckman ladder, it should not go wrong. So
mm,
in that way I do that. And writing actually, from the beginning I start making notes, but frankly telling you, I am very like slow in writing, making the notes. So I found, I started preparing the PPT, whatever content, like for example any concept, if I am not clear, I either take the snapshot of your classes, and otherwise I go to the Google and found some relevant image and put on the PowerPoint
okay.
presentation.
Okay.
So that will help me a lot. I make, I think, 400 slides PowerPoint presentation, and that I just skimming through like in within
Good.
half an hour.
Good. Good. I think it's a good one you did. So that helps you as a notes.
Yeah,
Okay. Very
only
good.
hardly 2-3 chapter I made the note, but I realized it is taking too much of time while writing the notes. I only did the writing practice which you have given in the during the class. Rest
Right.
all I didn't make
Right.
any
Right.
notes. I
Understand. Understand. Got you. Got you. So now the key point is gap analysis helped you to increase the score. Hmm. And a grouping of what kind of mistakes is it? Is it a silly one, totally bluntly missed it, or am I not understanding the language? So you first understood where you are falling down. So that's where you
Yes.
worked out. Okay, that's a good learning. Great, super Pankaj. So Pankaj, you are utilizing this managerial knowledge in your corporate. How do you see from the corporate perspective? Are they recognizing it in your place? Are you able to apply what you learned?
Yes, yes. Even not after the exam, after, like from beginning your class, I started applying such knowledge, and even I realized my manager also, maybe unconsciously or consciously, she is applying this practice like leadership, how like different leadership role we learn. So she was applying initial the project, she was dictating, like after that she start delegating us, then she left everything on us, just you take the decision. So there are many things I learned. The leaders in the industry, in the corporate, the higher leadership people are all, I think, already applying such concepts, and this is helpful. Like many of the people in the interview, I like realize that some people says like theory is the different and the practical word is different. I am not fully agree with this. Like if
Mhm.
higher leadership is having the company culture is good, then I think you can very well apply these all agile principle and
Nice.
servant leadership
Good,
principles.
good, good to know that you are working with a good leadership team. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. Great, fine, great. A lot of tips, a lot of inputs, Pankaj. Anything more popping up in your mind? This you can add it.
Yes. One more thing, during the exam, there is a tool highlighter and strike through in the final exam. So I use the highlighter tool very heavily. I
Uh-huh.
decided like during my mock, like let me try whether it is difficult or easy. But I found it very easy. If you are not changing color multiple times, there is a drop down. You need not to click on the drop down and choose a different color. You select one color only, select the content and click on the highlighter button. So the content get highlighted. So what I decided, I should not read. I at least I try. I should not read the question twice.
Hmm.
So while the reading, I thoroughly understood the question in one reading only. So I keep on highlighting the like which particular domain the question is asking, at which stage I
Mhm.
am, the to
Mhm.
whom this question is addressing, whether it is hybrid, agile question or predictive question. So I highlighted the key point in the question itself when I'm reading. And sometime when we reach to the option, we generally forget like what the question is actually asking. So in very few question, like when I reached in the options and I found like what the question is exactly asking, I found it very helpful. I just focus on the keyword only. And
Mhm.
in every set, I think 4 5 question I mark for the later review, then I strike through the option which is not relevant. So when I back and just re-review or read it, I need not to read the all 4 options. So I think that helped me to save the time.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, that's a good, interesting points to note down. The strikeout option, not many are aware of or not using it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
they
it
don't
is
even,
quite easy. Just select the content and click on the strike through. So it is easily get strike through. And if you want to remove the strike, just again select the content and just click again. And same for highlight option. And yeah, that's I think that's saved my time a lot, because many of the question, 90% question I didn't
perfect.
like read again.
Perfect. Great. That's a good point. Super. So first, I want to thank you for coming up here and giving this wonderful
Uh,
interview.
thanks,
And
thanks.
key takeaways about the books, read a 10th edition, doing practice exams, and to improve the scores, do a lot of gap analysis. Right, you went to center-based exam, focused on timing, you're able to do it effectively. Only thing is you spend little extra time sitting outside. You have to be a little careful on that. That is a one point. And your management supported you very well, and they were already following some of the model which you observed there, right? Those are the learnings you had. And in fact, you tried for working for IIM. From there, you came here. I'm sure you will go back to IIM again. You will not stop because that's a major goal people have. But definitely, this is a footstep for it, and it definitely adds model a lot of value. So that's a point. Super, great, great, Pankaj. And I'm so happy that you are applying it in corporate. Right? You said that it's not about the certificate. Before even you start reading the classes, you start applying. Right? So application knowledge is very, very important, which you're doing already. So excited. Anything more? How much you want to give credit to your family? Very important.
Yeah, I think 100% family support is too much required. Like my family, my wife, even my 9-year-old daughter, knowing me very well, I am preparing for PMP.
Right.
So every time, every Sunday when I gave the mock, when the mock finished, she came and asked like, how much is the score? So I said 70%. So she said, oh, in my exam I got 80%. So why you are getting 70% score?
And whether kid asked you about your assignment writing habits, why you write assignments?
Well, okay, one time initially I took her book notebook, so she wrote me on the notebook, it's my book, please don't use.
I keep telling in the classes, be careful, don't take your children's. That's quite interesting. Nice to know. I keep telling that family is very important. Without them, we cannot move forward. That's great. Super. Once again, thanks a lot, Pankaj, and
Thank you
thanks a
so
lot to
much.
all the viewers here, right? Because like one day, Pankaj, you would have seen this success story. Now you are in the success story.
Yeah, that's truly achievement. And I think thank you so much, Sriram, and obviously Rahul. He was available anytime. Whenever I pinged him, just immediately I got response from Rahul. So I think I sometimes like doubt whether you have some robots on like robotic chats or what happens. But is Rahul only.
So you will confirm whether Rahul or not. You'll ask some cross questions. Is he
Yeah,
answering?
even whenever I called him, he immediately picked up the phone. So I understood like he's Rahul only.
It's not robo.
It's not Robo.
Nice to know. Nice to know. Thanks a lot, Pankaj, for your trust. And I can see your team members or your corporate people also with us in the further trainings. So that's a
Yeah.
good. There's a good trust which comes out, right? So really interesting. Nice. So keep rocking more, and good wishes to all the viewers watching this video. Give your likes, give your comments to Pankaj's success. And once again, Pankaj, thanks a lot. Keep rocking more.
Thank
Keep winning more.
yeah. Thank you so much, Sriram. Thanks.
Thank you.